And welcome back to the 700 Club. A major setback for Moscow in its war on Ukraine, losing a key battleship but promising more attacks on the capital city of Kyiv. Meanwhile, Ukrainian Christians in Amsterdam are sending encouragement through a song filled with hope. Here's CBN's Brody Carter.
Russia's most powerful and symbolic Navy vessel in the region, the Moskva, has sunk in the Black Sea. Ukraine reported attacking the ship with 2 cruise missiles. Russia's Ministry of Defense denied that there had been an attack, only saying a fire sunk the ship in stormy seas. Either way, the Pentagon acknowledges it's a huge blow to Putin's war efforts.
This is a cruiser. They only have 3 in this class. It's going to have an impact on their capabilities, certainly in the near term.
Meanwhile, Ukraine is getting ready for a coming battle in the eastern part of the country. Kremlin troops appear close to capturing Mariupol, a port city that would give Russia advantage in the Donbass region, where analysts predict will be a major offensive. Humanitarian efforts here are close to failing.
It's a devastating situation. The people are being starved to death.
And the head of the CIA also warned Thursday that the U.S. cannot ignore the possibility that Russia might use tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine. But he quickly added the CIA has no practical evidence to back up that concern. Despite the hardships and threats, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praised his people for their resolve since the Russian invasion in February. And the Ukrainians are getting encouragement from outside their country as well. In the midst of war and heartbreak, Ukrainian Christians gathered in the streets of Amsterdam with this message of hope for Ukrainians that's going viral. The lead pastor of this outdoor church encouraged Ukraine and the world, saying when God appears, anything is possible. Brody Carter, CBN News.
Even though parts of Ukraine remain peaceful, still millions have had to flee their homes and become refugees. As Wendy Griffith shows us, CBN's Orphans Promise is on the scene, providing them shelter.
Here in Lviv, a city of about 1 million people, you'd never know a bloody war is raging just hundreds of miles east of here. The cafes are crowded, the shops are open, and people seem to be enjoying life. But despite appearances, the war is still on everyone's mind.
For sure, I'm worried because of my strong makeup, you can see my real emotions. Because every day we are crying when we check all news. Every day we are worried about our future of country, and yeah, we're really hoping that everything will end soon.
Among those not leaving is Orphans Promise, which has turned all of their centers here in Ukraine into refugee shelters and vows to stay and help as many Ukrainians as they can.
We are trying to do what we can do. We cannot to save everyone, but the most important part of our job is to share good news. We are trying to share good news in this time, because all people are open to accept Jesus, and we have so many people who accepted Jesus in this time.
The fighting spirit is alive and well here in Ukraine as people continue to hope and pray that this war will soon end. Wendy Griffith, CBN News, Lviv, Ukraine.
CBN's Operation Blessing is also on the scene to help those in need. You can help Orphans Promise and Operation Blessing in disaster relief efforts. Call 1-800-700-7000. Let us know that you want to give to the Operation Blessing Disaster Relief Fund. You can also write us at CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463. Simply note Disaster Relief Fund in the memo line of your check. You can also text OB Crisis to 71777 and visit our website, cbn.com, ob.org, or orphanspromise.org. Anything you're able to do is greatly appreciated. Florida is the latest Republican-led state to pass a pro-life law restricting abortion. Governor Ron DeSantis signed the law banning most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. He did that into law on Thursday, saying all children deserve an opportunity.
This is a time where these babies have beating hearts. They can move, they can taste, they can see, they can feel pain, they can suck their thumbs.
The law takes effect July 1st. It contains exceptions if the abortion is necessary to save a mother's life, prevent serious injury, or if the fetus has a fatal abnormality. But it does not allow for exemptions in cases where pregnancies were caused by rape, incest, or human trafficking. The law is expected to face legal challenges. Multiple Republican-led states have enacted abortion bans ahead of a Supreme Court decision that could limit abortion rights or overturn Roe versus Wade. The Republican National Committee pulled out of the bipartisan Presidential Debate Commission Thursday, putting the future of debates between major party candidates in doubt. The GOP group unanimously voted to withdraw from the commission on presidential debates, which has organized the debates for decades. RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel said the commission has refused to consider moving up the debates to before early voting starts and selects moderators who are slanted against Republican candidates. Turning now to the Middle East, Palestinians clashed with Israeli police before dawn today at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem as thousands gathered for prayer during the holy month of Ramadan. Medics said at least 152 Palestinians were wounded. The holy site, which is called the Temple Mount by Israel, is sacred to Jews and Muslims. It has often been the epicenter of unrest between Palestinians and Israelis. The clashes come at a particularly sensitive time. This year is Islamic holy month of Ramadan. It coincides with the Passover, a major week-long Jewish holiday beginning today at sundown, and the Christian Holy Week, which culminates on Easter Sunday. And speaking of Easter in Israel, we're going to be bringing you an Easter service from the Garden Tomb in Israel. Watch it live at 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Easter Sunday morning at sunriseservice.com or on the CBN Family app. After 2 a.m., you will be still able to watch it. It'll be available for you on demand. Simply go to sunriseeasterservice.com.